Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. We are gonna rebait these lines up. Some of them have had a little bait on them. Most of them did not have any bait. A few of these right here where I'm at currently had some bait, and I am not caught nothing right here. And I thought, man, this would be an excellent spot. And they're all, what I don't like is they've got bait on them still, and that ain't never a good sign. That tells you right there, conditions either ain't right or, well, now look at him. I'm talking big, and that ain't got no bait on it. So I'm going to put some shiners. We call them shiners. Some of y'all may call them minnows, but if we say minnow, we going to say minner. And just know if you don't do it that way, you wrong, okay? Because that's the way everybody else's opinion is. If I say something different, they think I'm wrong. I'm right, you wrong this time. We're going to bait them up, see if we can catch some catfish this week. It was down 27 degrees, 28 last night. Now, I don't know what it actually got down to because I stayed in there putting wood on the fire. I know when I got up this morning, it was right at 30. So, that was on that thermometer on the back porch. I had to cover my fruit trees. I got 2 peach trees. It's in full bloom, son. I'm talking about, man, they just cover blooms. I covered them up with tarp last night, both of them. The other 2 that I planted last year, or year before, the latter 2 I planted after I kept losing the fruit on these, they hadn't bloomed out yet, so maybe they'll be all right. But it's been cold, in other words, and it is going to warm back up, get up in the 70s this week. Going to be a beautiful week. The water is falling, though. That is the only bad thing about what I am doing. It's better when the water is on the rise, but it is now getting time that these fish ought to be running. That net is hung on a... I try to let y'all do a little bit of looking. I know that's what y'all are here for. I try to let y'all look and do a little bit of that there carrying on. So this one's in a real swift area right here, so I'm going to put liver on it. And I probably need to add some weight to that one. But it'll be all right. I don't have very many on further up, so I'm going to paddle on up there and check them. I have yet to catch a fish up past this way, so I don't know what the deal is. But now I hadn't fished down here a lot, and like I said earlier in a previous video, it got really dry here, so it's going to take a little bit for the catfish to make their way on up here. Now, I do not know scientifically how long it takes a catfish to go how far upstream and how that all works. I just know they run in the early March and head upstream, so you take that for what it's worth. You probably know more about that than I do. I just know every year in late February, March, into April, they running hard, and you can just wear out catfish on limb lines, and I love to do it. So hang with us. Let's get them baited up, and then we may try to make catching in this video as well. I've got the minnows me and Brody got, and I've got some deer liver, and I got smart, y'all. I got out there this morning with a smaller bucket, and I cut up all my liver that I was going to use. I didn't cut the whole thing up. I put some up back in the freezer, but I cut it up into pieces, so I ain't got to be out here on my paddle hacking up bait. So hang with us, y'all. We fixing to do some fishing. Probably going to do it all week. this liver, y'all. I done pulled several pieces of it on. We're gonna freshen it up. And we're gonna see what happens. When I say freshen it up, now y'all, that's country for we putting a new piece on there. I figured somebody get all sideways, what I call all wall-eyed about that. I try to teach y'all some of this country lingo. That way y'all can pass the knowledge on, smarten up the rest of the United States and other parts of the world. We starting to get a few viewers outside these good United States, yeah. And we welcome all of y'all. We love you. We love you no matter where you're from. I used to think we was better than everybody else till I encountered some of these folks in person around here. You bump into them at the grocery store and they just soon cuss you out. They had to talk to you, so, you know. Hey. And I was going to tell y'all, that fellow that had these hooks right here, he told me that he had caught a good many fish down in here last year and the year before fishing with bacon. I had heard that, but I heard it right directly from him, so y'all take that for what it's worth. You might want to try it, I don't know. I got 2 hooks here, we're going to feed them and see if... Oh, yeah, no, this hook's in rough shape. If it was mine, I would change it, but it ain't my hook. But they side by side, so if I get a fish on it, it will be my fish. That other one is a little deeper in the water, so that'll give me some education as well. I moved a bunch of hooks. I am actually tying out some new hooks and that I pulled from upstream up there where I had not caught anything. And I'm hooking some. I think I'm gonna do this in that way. Oh, now come back in, little feller. Some of them I'm hooking through the snout. And some of them I'm hooking through the back. Oh, I have always, I want to think there's something bumped that one right there. I have always hooked through the back, but we're doing a little bit of experimenting. When I am putting hooks out and running hooks, I'm constantly moving hooks. In other words, if I'm not catching fish, I'll move it, you know. I mean, if it's not being productive and I'm catching fish constantly over here, so I know they're sort of biting and whatnot, I don't have no problem moving a hook to somewhere else. A lot of people, once they tie one on a limb and think, well, I like that limb, they committed to it. I'm not. If it don't catch fish, you know, 3-4 trips, and I see, now if I ain't got nowhere else good limbs, I mean, obviously I can't just stick a hook out here in the middle of the water where there ain't nothing, but if I've got some good hooks and good limbs to put hooks, I'll move them. Thinking about moving this hook. I may move it a little bit. I'm gonna see. It's in a bad spot. I don't even really like that spot. You have to watch when you paddle off that you don't hang them with the back of the canoe. It's a booger to get loose from them. I'm baiting up the last two hooks that I have out. That being said, I have got a few back here hanging. I hang them on these strings behind me. I don't know if y'all noticed, but see right here, these strings back and forth. It's so you can lay your luggage back there when you canoe in white water is what it's for. And this boat's all up in my way. And I'm putting the last couple of minnows. I got one giant minnow in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Well, that jumped out of my hand. So I've showed y'all, well, he's jumped out again. He jumped right in the bucket of liver. He's gonna be bloody, oh Lord. Now he's red. So the other way I hook these, y'all, I'll hook it and then I'll make sure you can see it, is I hook them right up high in the fin like that. I hook them that way and through the nose, and I'm going to be honest with you, so far I hadn't noticed no drastic amount of difference. It might help some when you've got, I have got that one giant shiner. I mean, he is a big one, y'all. I'm going to leave him in my minnow bucket for right now. Like if you got gar and stuff knocking them off, it may make a lot of difference. And with some baits, brim knocking them off, I don't really have a lot of trouble brim hitting live bait. So, I mean, they will, but not this size. If you white perch fishing, they might knock them size off. These are a little bigger than that. And I didn't get everything me and Brody put in that little blue bait tank, my little bait cooler. I throwed out a basket in a different little cattle pond a while ago on the way down here. And we're going to check it probably on the way out, because in a matter of a couple of hours, you can kind of see what is going to be in there. I mean, if you got 3, 4, 5 baits in a matter of an hour, you can get enough bait to fish with. But now I have put them in there in a couple of hours. It just be slam full. So, you know, that is a rare occasion for me on my experience. Now, I mean, some of y'all may have some good ponds. You can put them in there and fill them up in an hour. It's possible. So we're going to paddle out. I may put the other two I've got. Actually, yeah, I got two. I've got 2 more hooks, and I'm probably going to re-put them back out somewhere just because I'm looking. There's a hook, but it's out in that swift water and it's pool, done got junk all on it. It ain't a good place. So I'm fighting to go upstream now. If I happen to see a limb shaking, like old Troy Landry said, a tree shaker, we'll get the camera on. We're not going to shoot him. We're just going to put him in the bottom of the boat right now. And then when we get to the buggy, we'll put him in the cooler. So, hang with me. Cloud by day and a fire by night, as he led them on their way, singing and praising his name along that very day. Oh, good manna he did feed them, every single day. He said, don't store up for tomorrow, but joyfully fill yourselves today. Now he's gonna bring me out of this desert where it's so dusty and dry. He's gonna bring me out of this desert. He'll not leave me here to die. Now he's gonna take me where the water is flowing, so full and so free. He's gonna bring me out of this desert and on to the Garden of Eden I see. Do it again.
Your turn.
All right, well, load it on there and I'll stomp it. You back up.
That went away.
Ooh.
I almost went in the fire.
And y'all knew. Got a light on it, so we can do it at night.
Stop it, Dad.
Watch back. something on it. Let's see about what we got right here. I don't want to lose whatever it is. Get my little dip net. Oh my Lord, y'all. 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 We done found a crappie hole. Lord Jesus, Jesus has smiled upon us once again. We're gonna put another minnow on that one. We got a few here. Ain't got no lot, but we got a few here. Hey, boys, we have done got education. Oh no, don't go back to water. I need you, fella. I need you for educational purposes. I need you to tell me if there's another one in there. Come on. Y'all, I ain't believing there's a crappie on that line. I ain't. I have done that a few times in the past. Not a lot. That ain't got no bait. Let's get another minnow on it. I got a couple that right here that need. Some of them ain't looking so perky, you know. I don't know, that's a big old hook. I got a big old minnow in here that I'm gonna put on there. I had him yesterday and hauled him all over everywhere. This would be a good place to get rid of, get us a big catfish. Let's hook him in the back. We might even get old Grunnel. Grunnel like live bait. You might not think they do, but they do. A while ago, I was over there next to the bank right after I put the boat in. Big old Grunnel took off out of the bushes. I mean, laid right up on the bank. There's a good heavy frost this morning. I say heavy, it really wasn't heavy. I didn't cover my peach trees up last night, so I may have lost them after all. I didn't think it was supposed to frost last night. But I don't know, them fish right up, laid up on the bank. Them old Grunnel's tough, but I thought I might hang one on some of these shiners. They won't hardly hit that liver, but if you fish with these shiners, you catch a bigger variety of species. So that was part of it. I thought I might get lucky and get me an old Grunnel. Well, on down the line. All right, y'all. Got a little mud cap. Let's use our dip net since we brought it. Look at that. What do you think there, boy? This time of year, I like these things. I fried them other ones up the other night, y'all. And I'm talking about this good. We call them mudcat. Y'all call them bullhead. Same fish, same fish. Not Appaloosa cat. I'm just laying them back here in the back of the boat. I have got a cooler in the buggy, and I'm gonna fish with that same piece of bait. It was still on there. That line, y'all, I guess it's cold weather. They not a thrashing around a bit. I like to pull up there and see that old line go. I mean, that's what gets me excited. That's the reason I do what I do. See if I can get this thing in our verse. Oh, a lot of times I can just roll by, sort of like this. See, that still got bait on it. Take on off to the next one. That there. Nope. That ain't got no bait on it. Y'all, we got a lot of bait missing. And I'm using a variety. This is not a circle hook. I've had it missing off of circle hooks. What it amounts to is it's the shiners. There's probably white perch knocking them off, trying to get them, stealing them, I would assume, or possibly gar. Anything that is a predator fish, could be bass, you know. That's one of the reasons that I really prefer crawfish. I seem to have better success overall with them. In other words, if I hadn't got a fish, usually the crawfish is still there. Now, occasionally they will get them off, but it seems like the little shiners and bait fish are easier to be stolen from you. This one is pulled fall. Look at here, y'all. Look at here. Okay, look at him. Now, I caught him. I did not, and look at the babies on it. Oh, God, y'all, look. Look at him. I'm going to put that back, okay? I would really like to eat if I can get him without, oh, yeah, I got him without hurting. Look at the babies. That is crawfish eggs, y'all. So if that tells you anything, I'm going to put that in back. Look, he's desperately, or she is desperately trying to get me and drop her back in the water. I want them to raise, baby. Let them raise. This bottle line. Bait missing. Bait missing. I don't think I got a fish though. Oh, I don't want them hooks in here with me. They ain't ever. Nothing. Every bait gone. Every bait gone. I mean, every hook was empty. No fish. And I had it all baited with liver. So I know I put liver on every one of them. So they stole liver from me. Okay. Now let me paddle back over here to my deep part of my hole and drop this brick back out. Okay. Yeah, I see that job pole. Things are working. I believe we got one. I believe we got one. Oh, get battled up. Yeah. Got him. Yeah, buddy. Oh, this is my reason I don't really like a net. Just that quick he has tangled upon himself up in it. I got him out. But I have lost quite a few fish by not having a net. So, you know, you have to take the bad with the good. Oh, man. See if we can get this hook him out of his head here. Circle hook. Hey, y'all. We got a nice little old channel cat here. That is what I am talking about. See if we can get some of that twist out of that line. I'll hang it over there and let it do that whirligig thing it does. Be like old Ma Sale when he got in that revolving door. Said they went to the state fair. Said Ma Sale ain't never been to no state fair. Said they was walking around and said they went by one of them big fancy hotels. Had one of them revolving doors. And said Ma Sale hollered out, said, look at there, there's a flying Jenny. He said, I'm going to ride the flying Jenny. Said Marcel took off in there and took him a running start and dove into that door and said it was going round and round and round. Said, roop, 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 roop. Said the old bellman standing over there guarding the hotel said he seen it. Said he just walked over there and took a stick and just stuck it in that door and said it stopped so abruptly. Said it slung Marcel out into the street. Said he hit his head, said it wallowed around. Jerry said I walked over there and looked at him, said I slapped him, said, Marcel, get up. You all right, Marcel? Are you okay? Marcel looked up and said, Jerry, where was you when lightning struck the flying Jenny? Yeah, I said, where was you when lightning struck the flying Jenny? Well, we're going to have to rebait this one. I don't know what, I didn't like the looks of that bait. I'll just be honest with you. Okay, on down the line, on down the line. The next thing I'm going to have to installate into this here canoe is a cup holder. I'm doing the best I can to not get catfish slobber in my coffee. But if I can't bring my coffee with me, I'll probably have to wait 2 or 3 more hours before I can come run these lines, because I'm going to have my coffee. And it ain't the caffeine. That's the highlight of my morning. Sit there and sip that warm black coffee. Y'all, I have been looking and looking. I ain't seen a squirrel nowhere, because I had the full intentions that before February was out, I was going to get the flintlock out and do a squirrel hunt. But y'all, I can't find none. I don't see none nowhere out moving around the mornings or the evenings. So I think we missed getting to do all of that. We might have to take it for a rabbit hunt or something. I don't know. Y'all, I pulled up over here, and this line wasn't moving at all. Not at all. Hang on. Let me get y'all where y'all can watch a little better. A little different footage right here. See if we can do like those swamp people and get him a thrashing about. We'll whop him in the head and get him a flopping good. That way it'll look better on camera. Ain't that what they do on them swamp folks down there? Because I know them alligators, when they ease them up, they pop them in the head. They ain't a-doing all that. Boy, good Lord. Now, he's a thrashing about now. Good Jesus. Hey, fella, you gonna stab a hole in my good boots? Here. Easy. Quit. See, they listen to your commands. The Bible said we had dominion. All right. Look at here, catfish. We're going to wind up with enough to eat a snack. Do like old buddy I had. Every time he'd say something, he'd repeat it to himself under his breath. Well, we just ran the last hook. No more catfish. I did find one of my job poles hung up out here in the middle, wrapped around a log, so didn't get that. And I didn't want to film it because I was afraid I'd be up bottom upwards, floating, standing on my head. But he got it pulled up some way. Might have been a sizable fish, but I broke it loose so that he could get unwrapped anyway. I seen a thing the other day, a lot of people say them hooks will rust out now, and I think some hooks will, but now we fishing with a lot of stainless steel hooks, they won't rust out. Them old wire hooks, Eagle Claw made, and I'm sure there's some other brands that made them, will rust out of a fish. But y'all, we fishing with a whole lot of stainless steel hooks now, that saltwater hooks and such as that, and they made to resist that rust. They ain't gonna rust out of no fish's mouth. Little food for thought. We're gonna paddle on back up here. We might see something else when I get back up. We ain't run across nothing. We'll conclude this video. Well, y'all, pulling up right here to the bank. Didn't catch no more fish, which I didn't figure I would. I did find another one of my hooks that I had forgot about and didn't bait up, so I baited it up. We're gonna run these. There are gonna be several of these videos in the next week or so. I try to run them every day, but I probably won't film every day because, I mean, you don't want to make the same video over and over and over. But we may get some footage. I mean, we may mix it in with some other videos and such. But thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Put them in the coop.